In this video, we'll learn how to multiply integers. We'll deal with the division in a separate video. So let's first cover some basics. We need to remember that multiplication means repeated addition. In other words, when we consider 3 times minus 5, what that really means is we are adding minus 5 3 times. Minus 5 plus minus 5 plus minus 5. And we know from experience that if we add a bunch of negatives, we still have a negative. So we get minus 15. Consider minus 3 times 5. Instead of thinking this as a negative, let's think it as an opposite. We want the opposite of whatever 3 times 5 is. This means we have the opposite of 3 5s. Well, the 3 5s are 15. And if we take the opposite of it, we get minus 15 as our solution. As we multiply minus 3 times minus 5, we can now say we need the opposite of 3 negative 5s. Which means inside the brackets here, we've got minus 15, but on the outside of the brackets, we want the opposite of that. And the opposite of minus 15 is positive 15. Therefore, when we have the same sign, a negative times a negative, we ended up with a positive solution. When we have the same sign, the answer is positive. When multiplying with different signs, and it didn't matter which one was negative or positive, a positive times a negative was negative. And a negative times a positive was negative as well. In other words, if the signs don't match, the answer is negative. So for example, if we have 7 times minus 4, we see we have different signs. Because they are different, with multiplication, the answer is negative. 7 times 4 then is 28, and we have minus 28 as our solution. Let's consider another example. Minus 5 times minus 9. Here we see they are both the same sign. With multiplication, when we have the same sign, the answer is positive. 5 times 9 is 45. And we get positive 45 as our solution. Let's do one more. Minus 6 times 3. Notice here, we have a negative times a positive. Because we have different signs, the answer is going to be negative, and 6 times 3 is 18. So we get minus 18 as our solution.